Hey everybody, it's Fun82. Before I get into this video, I wanted to show you a general video of what I kind of expect from a VR game at this point. This is Fallout 4 VR, as many of you would be able to tell just by looking at this. Except I have it modded very heavily. This is a Creation Club item I purchased in the normal version of the game, and put into VR version. This is a pain in the butt, but if you want to play any of the DLC, also, sometimes the colors in Kate's hair go a little weird, but aside from the juddering because I've got 5 to 6 things open right now, it's functional. It looks pretty good. I mean, I'm honestly in love with this VR, and to a lesser extent, Skyrim VR. Because, I mean,
not much, but it's
just being able to walk up and look at this and feel like I'm actually physically interacting with it, juddering and jumping aside, if I weren't running 50 things at the same time with Firefox open, that's not there. Plus, I probably need to restart my computer. And as you can see, well, I mean, it's functional. It's not perfect, because every Bethesda game is just a collection of bugs that eventually you mod until you can play Skyrim. So, you can still see, oh my god, that's not something I expected to see, but that is, again, because of several mods I'm using. Like, I'm using the Frick body replacer, so I have a whole body. I am using a bunch of Creation Club mods. As you can see, they don't exactly clip right either, but who cares? It's fun. And again, it would be running much better if I was not also currently dealing with this. Now, also, I can shoot relatively normally. You can kind of see, what's going on. Also, throwing grenades isn't too much of a problem. But it works to some degree. Again, the sketchiness that is currently going on is entirely my doing. So now, let's take a look at something else. Okay, so now we're in Hitman VR. A game that I feel should be prefaced was not originally intended to be a VR game. I want to go over a few of the things that bother me. Now, my hands are behaving this time. They are. That's, the amount of jitteriness here I'm actually fairly certain is just how much my hands normally shake. But we're going to talk about a few things. Walking appears to be rest your finger on the thumb pad on the left stick. That's why I have this hand forward, so I can indicate what is happening. Now, I'll admit, my controllers aren't working great, but they work fine in every other game. So, run would, to my mind, be press in the movement button. No. As a matter of fact, it opens your inventory. We'll cover what's wrong with the inventory in a moment. Actually, no, we'll cover it now. There is no way to exit the inventory without holding an object. No way. At all. Unless you have the camera, in which case at least then you won't drop it on the ground. This is problematic if you, say, have a gun which you carry around. Thankfully, no one recognizes the fiber wire. So what you have to do is go into the inventory, figure out what you want to have in your hand, and then grip the grip on the right hand to hold it. Not the trigger button. Trigger button has other uses. So, back to movement. Let's say we want to run. As far as I can tell, we have to grip the grips on this hand and press forward with slightly more force than just resting your thumb on it. I didn't actually know this controller had, like, touch sensitive or pressure registering. But so far, the fastest way I've found to run, and I don't know if it's just because the body posture naturally makes me press buttons right, is to do this. Whoop. So there you go. I hope I didn't just unplug the microphone. No, it doesn't look like it did. Good. So, this is the first problem that leads me to believe that all they did was add an extra shell program to the shell program for the PlayStation Move controllers. So, I think we've got 2 layers of the game being not even remotely handled well. Next, we're going to try and kill this man. I would try a gun, but honestly, there's no reason. Did I drop my fiber wire somewhere? Ah, yes, I dropped my fiber wire somewhere. And what did I just drop? Hello. So now I have to figure out where I dropped that. I think it's downstairs around here.
I would like to address the Providence partners directly.
You just saw my arm start doing the thing that it never does in any other VR game I play. But
and I have an idea, but it
now,
requires you finding a
let's go take a look at how easy it is to kill someone. We're an assassin. We have a garrote. Let's talk about this. So, since I am holding this in my hand by gripping the handle of what is essentially the second most... You walked up behind me, you creepy fuck. What is essentially the second most popular VR controller on the planet. Most popular apparently being the Valve Knuckles. Oh yeah, and also access your inventory without meaning to, constantly, because it's right there. So, either way, I'm gripping it in order to hold it. Should I release grip, I drop the item. So, would make sense. Grip with this hand? No. Trigger with this hand? No. Trigger with both hands. Okay, that seems awkward. Especially since, well, once you have gripped it, very little seems to matter, like, as to what you do with your hands. So let's start by killing this person. This person isn't even, like, a trained person, so let's just strangle them. Should be easy, right?
Would you mind taking a few steps back? Oh, I have so much done here.
Why do I keep turning randomly? I actually don't know. So here, I don't actually know. I have strangled several people accidentally.
Ooh,
hello.
Could you give me a little more room to breathe, please?
I'm trying to give you less room to breathe. So there's this. I don't know how to strangle people.
You don't find this awkward?
I find this very awkward. So yes, no one has actually told me how to do this. Now, there's an option, actually.
Everyone here.
They drop it? No.
Hey, where you going?
Sorry, my bad.
Hello, mister. Tum kaun ho?
Okay, so I accidentally ducked, even though I didn't hit any of the correct buttons for that. No, it's not a dead body. It's an unconscious person. So, as you could see, that was not an ideal situation. Now, let's try shooting someone with a gun. That should be a headshot in my screen. It was! Holy crap! That's the first time I've had the gun shoot where I pointed it. My god, fantastic. So, it works sometimes.
Is that a dead body?
No, it's not.
I need help!
And again, I'm constantly pulling out things. Let me put on the disguise. God damn. I was gonna pull the body back under here and hope they wouldn't notice, but...
Crap! He's gone!
Yes, I am.
How did he manage that?
I don't know how I managed it either.
Oh, no, you don't!
So anyway, we're just going to cover some of the issues with this game, as you can see. There's, a lot of them. Like, I keep grabbing feet instead of the gun my hand is on. I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who are complaining about me doing things wrong, or somehow everything isn't properly aligned, even though I just showed it all was. Like, Fallout 4 VR didn't have any of these problems. The arms didn't randomly jut off into the distance. I wish I knew where I had, oh, hey.
He's dragging a body.
She's the only person who's not dead. Grow up.
Whoa!
Help! Help! God, please!
Can I, like, throw her over the railing and maybe... Oh.
Hands
Hi.
off that body!
Please, what did you do?
Contact! Get in cover!
No, you're not. Where's the inventory? Where's the inventory that is otherwise annoying me all the time? It is now in my throat. Thank you.
Help me!
I want to throw you over the railing.
Oh my God!
Oh, and it does that too, which makes it actually worse. So, I want to make it clear, I'm actually bad at the Hitman games. I've still managed in these situations, inventory in my throat, to successfully clear the first 3 missions in Hitman VR, or in Hitman regular, without it being this much of a problem. Can I get you over here? What happened to all the... I guess I've, Wait, hold on. Was that gun still had ammo? I would like it if you could have, like, more than one gun in your hands, but you can't use 2 weapons. You also can't even use a 2-handed weapon very well, because it wasn't designed to take into account any of that stuff. I'm just doing what I can while I try and think of any of the other...
I do not want to know what you are planning to do with that body, mister. Prepare!
Whoa!
I can't, you can't even pick this body up. That's interesting. Oh, hey.
Put
You
your
saw
hands
no-
up! Hey, psycho!
Please help me!
You'll die!
Whoop. Sorry. Come here. Grab you. Okay, okay. Go over the railing.
Let rip! Hey, hey! Damn it! Watch your elbow!
Please fall downstairs.
Anyone, help me!
This game should be fun. It is
On
not.
the target. Anyone have visual on the target? I lost him too.
This game is not in any way, shape, or form fun in VR. Like, just to make that abundantly clear. Oh, and I can get shot while I'm... Oh, hey, my inventory's over there now. So, yes. This is my personal experience with Hitman VR. If you're like me and you're a big fan of VR, and you buy games solely for the VR aspect, don't buy it. If you like the Hitman series, buy it when it's on sale, because it's not worth $60 anyway, and I spent $60 on it and shouldn't have.